Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new, warm welcomes. And if you, by the end of this video, would like to go ahead and turn on those notifications, comment, share, and subscribe if your heart desires. And I do thank you so much. You guys have been amazing, and I do appreciate it so much. I thought today I would kind of do something slightly different, something I haven't really done in, oh my goodness, probably a good long time. So since the dawn of YouTube, I don't think I probably would have thought to even do something even close to this even when I was younger, if in fact YouTube would have been there. I'm not sure if it was, but I would have done a lot of something like this. This would be beautiful bridal makeup. It's just a beautiful soft golden champagne, kind of warm toned for spring, and like I said, it would be perfect for bridal makeup, especially if gold is one of the colors you're using. It would be fantastic. It'd be fantastic if I could just do stuff like this for a living. I need a degree in that though to be able to do that, because nobody is going to want to let me touch their face without some kind of certification, I'm sure. But I do this for fun. So I chose to keep things a little bit fresh looking today. So I did pull off very easy complexion makeup. I'm going to pull my hair up because it's really warm. It's like up in the 70s already, and like it's like the 1st of April. My sister got me real good today. It's like, thanks, Rebecca. Huh? So yeah, so usually what I do in the morning is start off with concealer, foundation. I don't powder as much as I used to. I used to use like a crap ton of powder on my face, but it seems like less is more. And now that I know the places where I need to be using powder and places where I don't, because as you mature, your skin starts to sop up and kind of make those areas of your face, if in fact you do powder your whole face, look a little cracked looking, because if you have drier skin, it will. I used product that I use on and off. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. These are really nice. This is in Peach Natural and looks fairly decent on my skin. It doesn't, look too overdone, and it seems like lately the idea of less is more is actually pretty good, and I like that idea, because as I age, I need to go a little bit less on the makeup. Makeup is not for covering up wrinkles, and it's not for covering up areas that are aging a little faster than others. Makeup is supposed to define you, not to kind of let your skin soak it up, and it's like sitting on top of your skin, and it looks really bad. So yes, the less is more theory is definitely a way to go nowadays, especially if you're on the verge of getting older. I just turned 50 a couple of weeks ago. Big 50. Wow. I did not do a birthday video, so we'll go with that. Kind of like it could be a little bit of a late birthday video, and kind of an ethereal, like soft golden champagne, kind of that warm toned look for spring. I found these in the dollar store. And no, they're not a flat $1.06 anymore. They went up to $1.25. So why don't they just call it a dollar quarter store? Yeah, would be nice. The Essentially Ageless Hydrating Serum Concealer. This does have hyaluronic acid in it. It does not have Qualine, which is okay. I'm okay with that. This is very hydrating. Perfect for underneath the eyes, especially if you have drier skin. I swipe things here and there for my daughter. I mean, who the heck, uses, that much concealer? I mean, I could run out and like be totally like up crap creek and not know where the heck to get any more of like this. I would probably have to get something a little bit more in price, which I don't mind. I don't mind spending close to $5 for the I think it's the Rimmel, the Stay Matte concealer. I really like. Some people use nothing but concealer on their skin, and that's it. But usually I go for under eye area because that's where I need it the most. Underneath this, I used a little bit of a cocoa butter product and also a dark circle eye cream from Kio. Really, really like this. And underneath a concealer, it does so well. Absolutely love that product. It really works. Quite surprised. My powder is my Coty Airspun, and I just, take very little of it, tap some down into the lid. This is the translucent extra coverage. Really like. All I do is go for areas like through here, and just underneath my eyes. Technically, where it can move with expression. That way, your makeup does not move with expression. Whenever you like raise your eyebrows or crack a smile, or make your eyes look really, really big. So those are definite areas where you want to keep powder, but at the most minimal as you can. Because let's face it, too much powder just isn't good, especially with the drier skin. I pull out some more items here. When I do makeup in the morning, it's usually like I said, like on very well moisturized, well rested skin. But this morning I was up, before the butt crack of dawn, if I'm allowed to say that. After complexion, I usually go for my brows. I've been using the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Kit, and this is in dark brown, number 498. And I usually go for the darkest brown, using that waxy stuff with my fingers, and just creating the technical shape. I have not really used the little applicator that it comes with. I use a little fine brush from oh my goodness. I can't remember, that is so bad, but these are nice little brushes. I got these at a yard sale a couple years ago, and even though they were packaged properly, I did come home and wash them, of course. It'll come to me. Just take a little bit of that waxy stuff on the brush and just a little bit into that darker brown. I see I kind of need to saturate the tail right here, because I usually come from about right here and keep it where the brow kind of flicks back. I mean, you could do it slightly downwards if you needed to, but when you do it downwards, it seems like, it makes you look depressive a little bit, like you're, like very, very sad all the time. But that's usually not me. I'm not like that usually. I'm that optimistic little ray of sunshine. Usually, most days, depending. Sleep, of course. There were a couple of nights where I had no idea what was going on with me, why I was not sleeping well. And it turned out it was one of my medications. The Benefit Gimme Brow. Nice product, just right over the top there, to kind of keep it nice and set. Keep it in place. There's a little extra on there, so I don't want to kind of if you're looking for, you know, like those romantic kind of looks, especially if you're using this for a wedding, definitely raise the brow a little bit upwards, a little bit, to make you look very, very youthful. You don't want to look like those depressing looking golden age people with those golden age gowns on, stuff like that. But when we talk golden age makeup, especially like in the theater, they probably would have sported a lot of like soft shades of purple, soft blue, soft green. Bold color was just not the thing. And before the golden age, there was like these black and white films, classic black and white films, where anything they put on their eyes looked very, very dark and almost like gothic like. But nowadays gothic is more like deep dark blue and green and deep purple, and sometimes even those russet colors, the crimson that they kind of use in Hollywood, you know, to create that red rust kind of look, to kind of make the eyes look bloodshot a little bit, which is technically kind of an old-fashioned thing, but I don't know. I did do a video on my opposite channel on makeup and coffee a while back for the Hollywood red rust, you know, the kind of, you know, those vampiric looks, you know, that they used to do. Creature type makeup. Makeup is just, you know, something I generally would just do anyway. When I was looking for something to pull this morning, it's like, okay, I need something really, really light since I look just a little bit tired. So I did pull out my Festival Feel Color Story. And going into 2 different colors, I used, let's see, right up here in Desert, kind of like this golden ochre, you know, and just, you know, soften the crease until it starts looking kind of almost like a brown toned yellow, kind of, you know. This is kind of what this is anyway. This is kind of like a very, very pale, very natural looking gold, and just, you know, looks like so good. So I used this, you know, to soften the crease and, you know, kind of use as kind of like a crease color, and then coming down here in the corner into Solstice to, you know, technically just, you know, go right over the lid. Now with a look like that, you could either use a brown eyeliner or black. Brown eyeliner would look really, really super stunning on this, and will probably soften it out a good bit. But, you know, since my eyes are very dark, I usually choose to go black. I usually start with the gel eyeliner. This is the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof number 492 in black. And just starting the lines really, so that there's a line there that I can, you know, just, you know, add to if I needed to. This stuff usually does stay on really, really well. To a certain degree, it is kind of heat proof, but, you know, if you keep your hands away from it, it should be fine. I usually start like from out here and push inwards. On occasion, you know, I find myself doing the opposite, but over the top of it, I've been using their Breakup Proof liquid eyeliner. This is one of those felt tips, just coming from straight out here and coming inwards, just a nice soft line, not too terribly intense. I do notice on occasion it's kind of like rotate the mirror. I need like a proper way of doing this at some point. I mean, like, if something, Lord forbid, would happen to my husband, and I would have to get remarried, I want full support from that new person, you know, to still be doing this. And, you know, at this point, no. But, I don't think my husband would want me to keep doing this. But, that's just him. I'm not going to let a man dictate my life. This is the Maybelline Falsies in I think it's Ultimate Black. I think that's what it says on there. It's really, really tiny. Really, really tiny. And looking at that brush, oh my goodness, yes. Really nice. Just enough to keep the eyelashes up and perky looking, you know, just, you know, enough to keep a nice wide-eyed look. So, yeah, here we go. All right, there we go. Moving right along. I did contour my face, and I usually contour my face anyway because of the shape of my face. It's kind of like full and round, and I try to thin it down since in most of my pictures I have my hair down. And when I have my hair down and my face is contoured appropriately, it looks right. And I still have to do a brand new one for the contouring video because of my other channel that got hacked. Had one, but now I have to make a new one. But that's okay. We'll just get on with life. Okay, this is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow dual-ended contour stick, and this one is in medium, number 752A in medium. The contour end is kind of like a warm, almost like a golden oak, which is a good shade for contouring. And the highlight end is kind of like a bisque. Kind of go really, really well with skin tones in that range. I am what they call fair to medium, so I have kind of like some golden tones to my skin, so I can pull off stuff like this. Little tissue, so I can swipe it off there. On top of the contour, I usually set it down with a kind of like a soft matte bronzer, and this is the Healthy Wear from Physicians Formula, but it's number 50 on the SPF, and it's in shade light, which kind of looks somewhat medium. That's okay. All I do technically is kitty likes getting himself in trouble. Hey, Fuzz. Hey. He likes looking out the window. We have the windows open today. It's really nice out. Just like right down along where you have contoured, you know, just to give it a soft buff. You could probably do this with a big fluffy brush as well. I choose to use this one because of its round shape. So it kind of works. Now when it comes to the nose, I usually like to use one of these nice little bamboos. They're nice. Just taking a little bit of product and just running it down the sides of your nose. I don't know what it is. It seems like sometimes my contour fades a little bit But if I set it perfectly and use like a setting spray, I need to get a setting spray. I haven't had one in a while. Just, you know, enough to just set down those edges really, like right across the tip there. Kind of, you know, raises it. And right from the side there, you can kind of tell how strong of a feature that is. It's just really, really nice how it works. But always, always, if you're thinning the nose, work like this, like at that edge, and then pushing upwards just a little bit. That way you're getting that thin looking nose. Thin looking noses, it's hard to tell sometimes because their heritage is very, very different probably. I take into consideration, you know, that I have like a really big mix of heritage. I have some Scandinavian, I have some Anglo-Saxon, some Scottish, some Scot, like Irish, Scottish kind of mix. I think it's what they call Scots-Irish. And I also have some of this Scandinavian, if I did not mention. I'm a Viking chick. Yeah. I am a Viking chick. I have not done a ancestor DNA. I would love to do one just to see where all of my where my pie chart would line up. Okay. Top of the cheekbones. This is right up like in this general area here. This is what they call the highlight zone, and you want to highlight it if you want to make your features look a little more pronounced and a little more raised. I can still go back and use this because it has very little product left on it, you know, just to pop up like right in this general area. And it does make a huge difference. Now, I did something different this morning. I took a good old tub of cocoa butter Vaseline. Just a little bit of it on the tip of my finger. I use a lot of this stuff. Put it off on the back of your hand first so you don't have too much product on your fingertip. Go ahead and dip that in there because I was trying to find a way of, you know, making it look like really hyped up iridescent, like on this area, but you know, a little more soft and a little more subtle on the lip area. So just tapping it like right into this general area. And I was also trying to find a way of, you know, putting highlighter on my face in a fashion where it will really, really shine, number one, and then number two, stay on there pretty good. Wipe that off my hands and my fingers. The cheekbone, like right underneath here. You want to keep any blush up in the back here. I'll take another one of my more professional looking brushes. I'm still trying to remember what the heck that was that I was trying to think of. Can't think. That's bad. Just take a little bit of product. You can just right up in the back there. And if you get anything from my videos, it's a little bit of, you know, like education from it. I could never teach this, but you know, I can give you somewhat of an idea on how to wear certain products so that you don't have your makeup on your face and it makes you look like, oh my gosh, a little old lady version of myself. You know, that's just because I'm 51 doesn't mean, you know, I need to look it. So just if you have the right shape of your face, and if it's a little bit more round like mine is, to try to keep it right up in the back there, and just put your finger like right there and just keep it right up this general area. Those racing stripes are out. They've been out probably since like the 80s and 90s. Thank goodness we don't have them anymore, but it is what it is. People like that kind of look, you know, sure, no, go for it. That's just not my jam anymore. I chose a lipstick that I was wanting to kind of work with. That blush, by the way, was a Shayna B in Bellini, kind of like a peachy toned. This lipstick is fairly new. This is number 104 in Luminous Pink, and these are those L'Oreal Age Perfect. And when I put an orange toned pink on my lips, along with a blush real similar, but maybe a little lighter, it kind of just works harmoniously together. Usually, take a little more of that wonderful cocoa butter stuff just to very, very gently over the lips, so it kind of, you know, you're still looking at a not a defined line, but you know, more of like a soft blurred line. Blurring out your lipstick is just, you know, a really, really cool thing to do. I just take my finger and around the edges, kind of more like the tapping motion. That way it's a blurred edge, it's a little bit softer, you know, it's not, you know, sharp and defined, especially if you are looking to do this like for a wedding. You want the love of your life to look you in the face and look at your face, not just your makeup. So yes, like kiss me perfect, please. And there you have it. Thanks so much for turning back. I'll see you in the next one. Love you so much. Bye, guys.